Hello my friends and welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. My top 3 tips. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my progress on weeks 3 and 4 of my reverse diet for 2022-2023. If you're unsure of what a reverse diet is, I definitely went into it in the last couple of videos, but I will give you a basic description of what a reverse diet is and talk to you a little bit about what this video entails here in a second. First off, let me apologize for making this into a very long 2-week video. I did not plan it that way, but my life has gotten extremely busy. I don't even have the words to describe how busy I am. I thought that I used to be a busy person, but I am kind of dreading my busy season for my job, which is a photographer, because I have kind of gotten myself into a little bit of a situation with my homeschooling and dance classes where I just don't have any free time at all. I'm trying to figure out times to edit videos, but pretty much between 6:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning is about the only time I have. And I've been able to get some editing done during that time, but it just takes too long to make more than like 1 video a week. And last week I never even got a chance to record a video, let alone edit one. Well, actually, I edited the one that was late last time. So yeah, it has been stressful, to say the least. One of the hardest things about getting vulnerable in a video is that you have some misconceptions about what it is that you're actually upset about. And I did have some comments that made me wonder if I just didn't make it clear what exactly I was upset about in last week's video. So if you were here last week and you saw me getting upset about what the lymphedema doctor talked to me about, I wanted to clarify a couple of things so that you guys are understanding kind of where I am coming from. Firstly, the fact that I was upset didn't really have anything to do with the way that I look currently. I think people are thinking that I'm just not happy with how I look and that I was really upset about not being able to have future surgeries based on the fact that I might have worse problems with the lymphedema. How I actually currently look is not really coming into play in my emotions about what the doctor talked to me about with regards to having permanent lymphedema from the surgery that I got to remove the loose skin that I had because I was obese and then I lost 200 pounds. First of all, you have to remember, I am coming from a place where I was obese for over 20 something years, right? I lived in an obese body for over 20 years. Then, through miracles from God, miracles from knowledge, miracles from my body cooperating, I finally found something that really worked. I decided to come on YouTube and make a channel to share it with other people because I just felt like that was a calling. I felt like it was my calling to share. But one of the harder things about sharing is that people are opinionated about your journey and how you should feel about where you are in it. And as much as I like to believe that most of it is just like supportive and meant to be helpful, really when people say to me, "You look so good, why are you upset? Like, why don't get upset? You need to change the way you're seeing things, change your mindset." The reason why hearing things like, "You look so good, you should just be happy," I do look really good and I should be happy and I am happy. And the fact that you're saying I should be happy makes me feel like I'm not portraying the fact that I am very happy. I am very happy and grateful with what my body can do and where I am in my journey. That does not mean that I feel like I'm at the end of my journey. That does not mean that when I'm told that I may not progress any further along my journey because of lymphedema issues, swelling issues, and or not being able to have future surgeries to remove loose skin, that doesn't mean I can't feel sad and upset and some kind of loss at not being able to have the future that I imagined. When I began this journey, I remember I was going to be super happy if I ever even made it to Wonderland, which I honestly didn't think I ever would achieve. Once I did achieve getting to Wonderland, I never imagined that I would wear a size large clothes. And at one point in my journey, I was wearing a size small. You also need to remember that the current place where I am, although I do look a lot better, having had the surgery, obviously, removing all that skin from my belly was a huge change. I am technically, in my mind, in the reverse of what I had achieved already. Because I am back into mostly a size large, though I am fitting in mediums in pants now. My shirts are still larges because of my arms, which is part of the problem. And I feel heavier than I did before. Dancing is harder. Things are harder for me. My legs feel like leaden weights. And so in my mind, it's like I have regressed in my progression. Even though technically I have progressed in a lot of ways, I'm feeling like I achieved something and then I went backward and now I'm not able to achieve that anymore. I'm not able to get back to that place. Another thing is that the lymphedema diagnosis basically solidified that the problem that I'm dealing with here is not fixable by me. The doctor literally told me I have done everything humanly possible to alter this, and that this is as much as I'm probably going to be able to alter it. So going back to that place where I felt light and I was wearing a size small and I felt like I had accomplished this great thing, I won't be getting back to that place. And so part of me, even though I feel like I look amazing and I'm super grateful, guys, I know I look good. I can see in the mirror. I am grateful every single day when I look in the mirror and I see my stomach the way it looks now. And, I've been blessed in the aging department. I don't look like I'm almost 48. I'm grateful for that. Trust me, I am grateful for what I have. I know that I'm not portraying that. And I think part of the reason it doesn't come across is because I'm constantly trying to improve myself. Partially because I am now on this journey, and partially because this is YouTube. And in YouTube, if I'm not always having a goal, if I don't have something I'm progressing toward, if I'm regressing, if things are going badly, you're probably not going to want to watch a video about me just saying, well, this is as good as it gets, guys. Like, I guess nothing's ever changing. Whereas you're going to want to watch a video where I'm working to achieve a goal. And I was literally just told that all of my goals were never going to happen. And that's a really tough pill to swallow. To be told that basically, 190s is probably it for you. You've lost all the body fat probably that you're going to lose. The rest of it is lymphedema fluid and lipedema that's not removable except by plastic surgery. And you can't remove the loose skin you still have on your back and your sides and your arms, because that could make the lymphedema worse, and then you could become immobile or have seeping wounds or infections and things that could completely damage your life. So physically, it's as good as it gets, baby. And that is a tough pill to swallow. So I'm sorry if I'm coming across, it's hard to explain. I'm so sorry if I'm coming across as if I'm not grateful for what I have and what I have achieved. I am so grateful. But I also live in fear every single day of it being snatched away from me. Because I don't know, you guys maybe don't realize what it takes, the effort that it takes just to maintain the place where I am right now. It takes extreme effort. I must every single day wear compression. I cannot ever not wear it. If I spend a day outside of compression, I risk swelling up to the point where I can't put my compression on again and I have to start over. I have to every single day do manual lymph drainage massage and or dry brushing to keep my lymphatic system moving, because it doesn't move. It needs help. I have to move the fluid out of my body. If I don't, it could sit there and it could get worse, and then I won't be able to put my compression on, and or it could cause me to become much heavier or misshapen very, very quickly. It isn't necessarily about what I'm eating, though it does come into play. It's not necessarily about what I'm eating. It's literally about the physical things I have to do in order to maintain this forever. I cannot miss a day. It's not like, taking a break off your exercise or whatever kind of thing. You can't take a break. If you take a break, you run the risk of it getting worse really bad overnight, and then you're back to square one. I don't know if you guys remembered what I looked like when I came home from my Disneyland vacation. Like I'd swallowed a giant watermelon and my legs were gigantic. That happened in just one trip of 12 hours driving from California to Utah. Wearing compression, having done everything, but that was because just of the barometric pressure or whatever, the amount of pressure that was on my body from sea level to back up here in Utah where we're really high up, and my body swelled up in kind. That kind of thing can happen at any moment. So not only do I live in fear of saying screw it and eating all the things and going back to being an almost 400-pound woman practically in months, I also have to worry about if I don't do these physical things, my lymphedema could get out of control, could swell me up, and I could be in just as bad of shape, like quickly. So it is a tough pill to swallow. Yes, I look great today. But what about tomorrow? I have to live in fear of constantly worrying what's going to happen tomorrow. Instead of just being happy where I got to and enjoying it, I have to worry about it regressing all the time. So I went from being afraid of just regain to being afraid of lymphedema and lipedema swelling and me not being able to reverse it. Because if my lipedema flares, the fatty tissue, that's not burnable by a diet and exercise. I can't get rid of that. And if the lymphedema swells, I will have to do extra compression, extra manual lymph drainage massage. It can cost me money. If the lipedema flares, the only way to get rid of it is liposuction, which costs money. And I've exhausted my money level. I do not have money. This channel does not keep thousands and thousands of dollars coming in every month, much to you guys' chagrin. I'm sure you guys think that I'm rolling in the cash over here, and it's just not true. With all of the dance that my kids do, I have 9 children, I'm homeschooling 3 of them. It's just insanity, and trying to keep up financially is really, really hard, and even to the point where I regret a bit putting such a financial strain on my family getting the tummy tuck done, because I am still paying that bill, and that money could be going toward dance classes and other things, but because I have this looming payment that I have to make every single month and I'm not making enough money on YouTube to cover it, it's starting to become quite difficult. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm not grateful for what I have. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not grateful for YouTube and for you guys, because I am grateful every single day. But also, I'm just a regular person. I am not like some TV personality or famous person or rich person or whatever. I'm literally a homeschooling photographer, dance mom who is just trying to share with the world her journey. And it's hard when I share and be vulnerable and people tell me to suck it up, buttercup. You should be grateful for what you have, implying that I'm not. So that was a long diatribe to talk about something that maybe I shouldn't get upset about. But I also have ADHD and I'm easily offended and upset. I get over it quick, but I also always overreact. And I felt like this was worth addressing because I want you guys to know that I am grateful. Don't ever think that I'm not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't keep hoping and trying for better or keep wanting to keep what I have. You know what I'm saying? All right. That was really long. I'm so sorry about that. Let's talk about the reverse diet. So with the reverse diet, basically what I am doing is I am trying to get my calories up post cutting phase. So for most normal people, a cutting phase is just a diet where you go and you lose some weight. And then what you do after it is up to you, how you choose to go back to maintenance. For me, I have found the best way is for me to slowly add calories over time so that my body doesn't get overwhelmed, my metabolism has time to readjust, and I don't have a huge regain. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you everything that I ate and all the exercise that I did for both weeks 3 and 4. So I'm going to try and put time code things in the description so that you guys can easily skip around the video if you need to, because I know this is probably going to be long. But I'm going to be showing you everything that I did in order to reverse my calories, so to speak, on weeks 3 and 4. Between each week, I will come back and talk about how that went and how I'm feeling and what my plans are going forward. And I'm just gonna let you guys see what happens. I'm not gonna talk anymore about it, but it's time to get to the food. Alrighty guys, it's 2 o'clock on Sunday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I am having 2 eggs, 30 grams of mozzarella cheese, my regular lemon blueberry sludge. I make this with 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of any kind of vanilla protein powder, a little lemon juice, some lemonade Mio water enhancer, and a little almond milk to thin it out. And then on top I've got 30 grams of blueberries and 25 grams of sugar-free whipped cream, Great Value brand. And then I'm having a Built Bar, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. At a barbecue, I don't know how I'm going to track this stuff, but I'm going to show you. A couple of burgers with salsa and cheese, and my Jell-O fluff. It's a Swerve brownies with Swerve on top, some olives and cucumbers. Alrighty guys, it is 1:38 on Monday. Oh, why do I always think it's later in the week? And I am having my first meal of the day. I'm starting off with 2 eggs with some fresh salsa from last night, 30 grams of mozzarella cheese fried in a pan, 2 Swerve brownies from last night, and my regular keto sludge. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. guys, it is Monday. It is 10 o'clock. I just got home from dance and I pretty much shot all my macros today, so this is a weird dinner, but it is what it's gonna be. It's literally 6 ounces of chicken breast with some Frank's Red Hots and 30 grams of sour cream, and that is literally gonna be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 3 o'clock on Tuesday and I'm finally eating my first meal of the day. I'm having the same thing as yesterday: 2 eggs, some mozzarella cheese, 2 pieces of Swerve brownies, and my regular sludge, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 9:30. I just got home from the dance studio. I just washed my face and I am about to have my final meal of the day. I'm exhausted. I didn't get very much sleep last night. Sorry if I look like death. I am having 2 chicken thighs, some green beans with butter, and some G. Hughes chicken dipping sauce. I can't remember what it's called, but it's yum. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. Guys, it is 1 o'clock. I'm in the car driving my kids around on Wednesday. And this is going to be my first meal. I know it's pretty sad, but it is Built Bar, Quest cookie, and 30 grams of almonds. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's about 2:30. I am home for about 15 minutes and I'm having, I just grabbed a bowl of just regular yogurt. This is just a cup of yogurt with some Mio, 50 grams of raspberries, and 20 grams of sugar-free whipped cream. Alrighty guys, it's 10 o'clock. I just got home from clogging and I'm about to have my last meal of the day. I am having spaghetti squash with Rao's marinara with 8 ounces of 93.7 ground beef and 30 grams of mozzarella cheese on top, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 1 o'clock on Thursday. Oh my gosh. And I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I'm having my regular yogurt sludge and I am having 150 grams of Real Good Foods General Tso's chicken. And that's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 10:22. I am just home from volleyball tonight with my daughter. It was fun. And now I'm having my last meal of the day. I'm having 250 grams of chicken thigh meat with 100 grams of bell pepper, 30 grams of onion, 40 grams of cheese and cheddar cheese, and a package of Quest chips, 80 grams of tomatoes, and 60 grams of salsa, and 30 grams of sour cream. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 2:11. I have been running all day and I literally have to leave in 9 minutes and I have to eat all this food before then. So I'm going to show you really fast. 2 eggs, mozzarella cheese, 160 grams of the Real Good Food General Tso's, and my regular yogurt, which I will probably take with me in the car. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 10 o'clock. I just got home from Nutcracker rehearsal and Dave got me wings. So this is what I'm having for my last meal of the day. I'm having 9 wings with the sauce on the side and a salad with ranch, and that is going to be my last meal. Alrighty guys, it is 3:30 on Saturday, and after eating 2 Built Bars and a couple of Swerve brownies, I'm just still nauseous, literally nauseated. I don't know. Hope I'm not getting sick, but feel gross today. So I am having my regular keto sludge, blueberries, and a couple of eggs, hoping this will make me feel a little bit better because it's more real food, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's Saturday night. It is 9:30. I'm having my final meal of the day. I'm having my very last bit of the General Tso's chicken. It was only 130 grams left of my bag. Then I'm having 3 ounces of Indian paneer cheese that I picked up today, and a package of Quest chips, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. All right, so that was fun. That was week 3. I'm definitely back to my dance classes. I've been having fun in the jazz class with my daughter is the teacher for both of those, the clogging and the jazz, and so it's kind of interesting and fun to have my adult daughter teaching me. We adopted her from India when she was 3, and now she is a married woman teaching me dance. It's super weird and also super cool. I really like it. So let's just quickly go through the data so that we can get to week 4. The weights did go up. I kind of was expecting that, but also was kind of hoping to not have that happen. So I think I was having a little bit of emotions about that last week. Maybe that's why I just didn't bother to make the video. I really don't know. But my weigh-ins for the week were 187, 188.6, 189.8, 191, 190.2, 191, and 190.6 for an average of 189.7, which is up 1.1 pounds from week 2. So my plan was to move calories up, which I tried to do. My plan originally was to like have 2 high calorie days and the rest low calorie days. And I did that the very first 2 days. And then after that, I just like didn't anymore. And I don't know. It's like I said earlier in the video, it's utter insanity around here. And I wish I could describe. It's very difficult. I get up in the morning. I send my 2 older kids off to high school. I sit down and edit videos for like an hour. Then I wake up the kids. I get ready for the day. They get ready for the day. We come downstairs. We start homeschool. We do homeschooling until about lunchtime. We take a break for lunch. We feed the chickens. Then we come back and we homeschool again, and or we go to activities. Some days we have activities the whole rest of the day. Other days we don't have activities until the afternoon. But either way, we have some kind of activities every single day. There is no break. We have dance classes every single night. I have kids at 3 different studios, trying to get them all the places they need to be, plus do my classes and be where I need to be. It's a lot. I don't usually get home until well after 9:30 most nights, and that's why I eat late at night. I just can't eat at the dance studio, and I'm there at dinner time, and so I eat late at night. A lot of people have given me a hard time about that, but you know what? I've done that forever. That is not new. The new things are that my homeschooling life is a little bit more complicated, and I've got more things going on, and so I'm eating more on the go and not really prepared. I'm just eating a lot of Built Bars, which pushes my carbs up, but so far it hasn't been like too damaging to my weight or anything like that. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for Built Bars anymore. People always tell me you're getting fat because you're eating Built Bars. I'm like, well, then so be it. So be it, because it's better for me to eat a Built Bar than a candy bar or granola bar or some other protein bar that has more sugar in it. So that's just how it is going to be. And I'm not going to apologize for that anymore, or like, I'm not even going to comment if you're going to be saying that something negative about me gaining weight. I just don't even want to hear it. Like, I'm reversing my calories. I'm going to gain some weight. That's how it is. Okay, so sorry, diatribe day. It's diatribe day. It's always diatribe day around here. What am I talking about? So my calories for the week were 1923, 1668, 1772, 1798, 1699, 1724, and 1739 for an average of 1760, which is up 57 calories from the previous week, which was right in line with what I had planned to do, even though I didn't do it the way I planned to do it. My protein level was 169. It was a little on the lowish side, but considering 1760, my goal would have been 176. I'm only 7 grams of protein off of my goal. So that's pretty good. My carbs were 40, and yes, they're probably going to just keep going up. I'm trying to stay as keto as I can, but it is not my goal to stay in ketosis. I know that ketosis does help with lymphedema and lipedema, but I also have a really hard time eating high fat. And so I put more protein snacks, and because of the convenience of them, the Built Bars are going to push my carbs up. So my carbs for the week were 40, and that's good for me. I don't have a problem with that number. And my fat was 87, which is right in my range of where I like to be. So we saw how that affected the scale. I was up 1.1 pounds, which is, expected when you raise things and change things. So I'm not super worried about that. But my measurements were another story. My measurements were, I didn't lose anything on any place, but my right thigh went up a half an inch. My right knee went up a quarter of an inch. My left calf went up a half an inch. My right calf went up 3/4 of an inch. My booty went up a half an inch, and my hips went up a whole inch in a week. So either the going out of ketosis made the lymphedema worse, or for some other reason, my lymphedema was swelling. It was not my ovulation week, so really wasn't expecting such a big uptick in inches. It was kind of sad and annoying. I was worried that it might be the Built Bars, but I also told myself, oh well, so be it, because it is what it is. I've got to eat something, and I don't have time in my life to pre-plan food, and I don't care for, leftover type foods, and so preparing ahead of time, it's not my thing. Half the time I'm lucky if I remember to grab something on the way out the door, because my focus is not necessarily food right now, which is why I am not cutting or doing a diet right now. My focus right now is my kids, and I'm doing the best that I can to keep up without having major burnout. I also have ADHD that causes me to overreact to things, to hyper focus, to think too much, to be too busy, not sit still. I have all of these things I'm dealing with. Food is literally the last thing I'm thinking about right now, and that reflects in what I choose to eat. But I was super disappointed that I went up so many inches and swelled up so badly. I was not expecting that, since I was just really getting into doing the better technique for manual lymph drainage massage. I thought that was really going to help me more, and it had not helped me. So that's where I was last week. Probably I wasn't very happy about the situation. Also, I was so busy, and I hadn't even edited the video from the previous week, that I just let the week pass and I didn't record. So here we are. So now let's go into the food and exercise for week 4. My plan was going forward, obviously, to stay at 1760 calories. If I gain weight, I'm supposed to stay where I am until everything stabilizes, and then I can push up my calories again. I'm already really high for where I'm at, because I had already kind of pushed up my calories in the summer. I wasn't starting at 1300, I started at 1600, and here I am already at 1760 in just 3 weeks. So it's going up quickly, and I'm pretty close to where my old maintenance already was. So I'm not trying to go too crazy, if you know what I'm saying. So that was my plan going into week 4, and I'm gonna let you guys watch and see if I was able to accomplish that. Alrighty guys, it is the beginning of a new week, and it is about 2 o'clock. I just got home from church, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. The kids were having smoothies, and that looked super good, so I just made myself a smoothie with strawberries, blueberries, frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, 150 grams of Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of Ascent vanilla protein powder, and some Mio, and Looks pretty good. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is Monday at 2 o'clock and I'm having my first meal of the day. I am having 2 eggs, 1 piece of swerve cake that I had left over from last night, some of my yogurt protein sludge, which is made with 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of protein powder of your choice, a little almond milk to thin it out, and some lemon juice and lemonade mio for flavor. I have 40 grams of blueberries and 25 grams of Great Value brand sugar-free whipped cream on top. I'm also having a Built Bar, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 11 o'clock at night. Yes, I know. And I went to a party tonight. Dave did the dinner. It was pulled pork and fries and like lots of like goodies on the side, like chips and cookies. And I, of course, was in a hurry. I forgot all of my extras and I didn't want to just eat a plate of pulled pork. So I decided to wait until we got home. And I kid you not, we got home about 20 minutes ago. And so here I am eating super late. And I decided to have mine on top of Quest chips. So I have 100 grams of pulled pork on top of a package of Quest chips and 30 grams of cheddar cheese. Then also 60 grams of salsa and 30 grams of sour cream and a couple of those swerve brownies that are left over from Saturday. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 2:15 on a Tuesday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. Today I am having Real Good Foods General Tso's chicken. This is 150 grams of that stuff. It's pretty great. You don't need a lot to fill up. Then I'm having it with 150 grams of cottage cheese because I keep thinking that would be a good combo and we're about to find out. Then because that's not enough calories or protein, I decided to just throw some of my treats in, Quest cookie and Built Bar, because I was kind of done and over cooking for the day. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's about 9 o'clock on Tuesday and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I decided to go for the same thing as yesterday, so I have Quest chips topped with 50 grams of cheddar cheese, 100 grams of pulled pork that Dave made for our party the other night, 80 grams of tomatoes, 60 grams of salsa, and 30 grams of sour cream. That is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 12:38. I've got to leave in about 10 minutes, so I'm quickly eating something because Wednesdays have proven to be really painful to try and eat food. So I made myself this kind of like cheese taco thing. So it's 100 grams of mozzarella cheese and then I just put ham on top of it and it's like 65 grams of ham, 30 grams of tomatoes, and then I put 60 grams of almonds on here. And that's what I'm going to have for my first meal of the day.
block a little bit faster. There we go. Yes. There we go. That was better.
Walking like a G, sipping Hennessy, president sweet, looking like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots and commas. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lead it, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Pick that chin up off the ground and flash that smile for me. Put some pep up in that step, it's going down shortly. Got so much weight up on my shoulders, all this jewelry on me. I wear my shades inside cause I go blind just looking down. Walking like the man, sipping Chardonnay on the balcony, looking like a young Elvis Presley. I've been overseas, I've been underneath, I ain't never seen nothing like a person 12 o'clock. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lead it, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this?
Alrighty guys, I'm exhausted after clogging. Oh my goodness, that was insane tonight. It's 10 o'clock and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I am having spaghetti squash spaghetti. This is 200 grams of spaghetti squash, topped with 8 ounces of 93.7 ground beef, 160 grams of Rayo's marinara, and 30 grams of mozzarella cheese. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 3 o'clock and I'm finally eating my first meal of the day. It's been a crazy homeschool day and I am having a smoothie because I have been craving it. This I made with 2 full scoops of Ascent protein powder, 40 grams, 200 grams of strawberries, 30 grams of blueberries, 1 squirt of acai berry mio, 150 grams of Greek yogurt, and 190 grams of Fairlife milk, which is where most of the carbs are coming from. But I just love having that protein milk in there. And I'm not super stressing about my carbs being high since I'm doing reverse dieting. I think everything is in there, if I remember correctly. And then I made some chaffles using 3 eggs and 60 grams of mozzarella cheese. And on top, I've got 12 grams of butter and some maple syrup, sugar-free maple syrup. Oh yeah, I put 25 grams of whipped cream in that too. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 10 o'clock. Went to play volleyball with my kid. Ended up walking home. Took us forever. And I'm exhausted, but it is what it is. And, whoa, my flash is still on from recording my kid. Hold on. There we go. And this is going to be my last meal of the day. Hamburger soup, 9 ounces of 93.7 ground beef, 85 grams of carrot, 85 grams of zucchini, 100 grams of cauliflower, and 6 ounces of canned tomatoes, and a Quest cookie. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. We're having a party this morning for school, and this is my treat stuff. I did 300 grams of yogurt with 30 grams of Keto Chow Snickerdoodle with Perfect Keto, 40 grams of cereal on top. I've got 20 grams of pork rinds, 6 sausages, a keto mug cookie, and some Smart Sweets. Yes, yes, fun food. And that's going to be my first meal of the day.
Just keep going. I'll get her, then she can watch herself.
Alrighty guys, it is about 9:15. I have another hour drive ahead of me, and so I have to grab dinner on the go. We just finished Nutcracker, but I have to go pick up my daughter who is at a football game, very far away. So I am having, okay, this is mine and my kids' food, but I'm just going to eat that lettuce wrap burger. The rest is hers, and a Diet Coke. And that is going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 2 o'clock on Saturday and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I was craving a smoothie again today and I made it pretty much with the same macros as I did last time. And I am having a serving of the Real Good General Tso's chicken with an ounce of paneer, Indian paneer cheese, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8 o'clock and I've just had a lazy day today and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I'm having wings. I haven't had these in a while. Having a whole dozen wings with sauce on the side and ranch, and a salad with ranch, and that's going to be my last meal of the day. Okay, so there you have everything for week 4. As you saw, my clogging class was a little bit insane. Ronnie definitely pushed us a little harder this week. I was exhausted after that class, and I swelled up the next day really bad. I don't know if it had anything to do with the extra exercise, because the lymphedema doctor did tell me don't over exercise because that can make the lymphedema worse. Obviously, the swelling can get worse. I had also had a lot of extra sodium that day. I was just feeling extra like I needed more, and I took more than I had been taking, and also had soup. I think it was soup that I had. Anyway, and explained a lot about my huge uptick in weight the following day. But I try not to panic when things like that happen, because the number one worst thing you can do on a reverse diet is to panic when your weight goes up and then all of a sudden cut your calories back. The whole point is to get your metabolism up there and used to eating more calories. And so you sometimes just have to accept that the scale is going to do random stuff, and you have to not panic. It is hard not to panic when you go up like 3-4 pounds overnight. This is also the week leading up to my ovulation. I'm supposed to ovulate like any minute now, so hopefully next week will be an improvement, but we will see if that has anything to do with it. I was really swollen yesterday, and I'm grateful that today for the actual 360 I didn't look as swollen as I did yesterday, because yesterday was bad. I was even sore from the swelling, which is not a good sign. It usually means that my lymphedema is kind of out of control. At least now I know that's what that is, and I can like adjust things, do more massage. I actually was able to finally get into the bath, and I think that's made the biggest difference. I haven't been able to take, my relaxing, calming baths for weeks because of how busy we've been on weekends. And so it's been the first time I've been able to. I have hardly had time to wash my hair, guys. You do not understand. Like, I have been using dry shampoo because I can wash my hair like once a week, and that is all. And nobody can live with that. I mean, I washed it yesterday, and it's already looking kind of, and that's how it is right now. It's literally, Also, I showed you some of my Nutcracker practices, I think, and that is actually going really well. I have to say, taking the ADHD medication has helped my ability to remember choreography improve so much, and the stress of not remembering is kind of going down, because usually I really worry because I have a hard time remembering choreography, and I've been doing a lot better with my actual memory since being able to start the ADHD medication. I had my dose adjusted this week. I didn't record any of that, but I did have my dose adjusted, and I had some issues with that. I didn't really talk about it in the video, but I was supposed to be taking a booster dose, but when I was taking the booster dose, it was making me feel not right. So I've been taking the booster dose first in the morning and then taking the extended release later, and that seems to be doing okay. I'm still adjusting everything, trying to figure out what works, and I don't know what I'm supposed to feel like, and so it's confusing. So yeah, let's just go into the data, because I know this video is probably really long already. So let's just get it done. The weigh-ins: 189, 189.8, and then bye-bye 180s, 190.6, 191.4, 190.6, 194.2, and 193.4, for an average of 191.3, which is up 1.6 pounds from last week. So we just talked about in the previous section of this video that my plan was to keep my calories the same because my weight had gone up, and I did sort of attempt to do that. But the problem was I never made this video last week. I never figured out what my average calories were, and I just kind of went by guessing of what I thought they should be, and I didn't really find out for sure what they should be. And then the last couple of days I just ate more food because we had a party. And then yesterday I crashed and burned. Like, I've been talking about how busy I am, and I was looking forward to this weekend because I was just we don't even have church. Our church is on TV this weekend, and so I had a break, and I didn't have to lead the choir and all the other things I normally do on Sundays. And so I just crashed, which usually means I'm going to eat a little bit more food than usual because I'm just lying around. So did I stay in my calorie plan of staying at 1760 calories? Let's find out. So my calories for the week they started out pretty good: 1621, then 1736, then 1797, 1734, 1849, and then the last 2 days, 1969 and 1985. for an average of 1813, which is up 53 calories from week 3. So if I hadn't gained weight in week 3, that would have been a perfect raise for week 4. But because I did gain weight in week 3, I was supposed to hold and I didn't. So it is what it is. That means I'm up 100 calories from the last 2 weeks. And, 1813, I don't know how much of a deficit it is at this point. Probably not much. And so, but it's not enough for me to gain like pounds and pounds and pounds like I did on the scale. It looked like I did on the scale. So my average protein for the week was 173, which was low because it should be for 1,813 calories. It should be at 181 grams of protein, but I was only 173. That is short, 8 grams, which is about the same as last week. I was 7 grams short last week. My carbs went up a little bit more from 40 to 49, not surprising. And my fats went up from 87 to 90 to get those extra calories. So I was kind of, because of how swollen I was and the scale looking so abysmal, I was not expecting good things on the measurements side of things. But today I decided to just measure anyway. I'm glad I didn't do it yesterday because I probably would have been freaking out. Today I was much less swollen. And in fact, sadly, I must report that I have now gone down another ½ an inch on my bust. It's 38 now, guys. What did I start with? I can't even remember. Like, my bust was 42.5, so that is down 4.5 inches. Sad. My under bust actually went down ½ an inch too, which is awesome. So now my measurement around my ribs is 31.5, which is great. My waist did not go down at all. But my hips went back down the inch that I had gained the previous week, which is great. And my booty went back down the ½ an inch that it had gone up the previous week. My thighs stayed the same. My left knee went up another ¼ inch. My right knee stayed the same. My left calf and right calf went back down ½ an inch, which is good. So even though I went up on the scale, technically I went down in inches from last week, 3.75 inches, but up 3.4 pounds. Go figure, from where I'm keeping track on here. It's only 1.6 on the average. But weigh-ins every Sunday is what I'm going by on my measurement thing, because that's what I've always done. Okay, so I guess I could be like disappointed, but I'm also like relieved. Like I said, it is my ovulation week, so that weird water weight gain thing could be in relation to that. I didn't ovulate last month. I know I didn't because I never had any water weight gain or any weird pain or swelling or my symptoms that I always have when I ovulate. That's probably not a good sign. It probably means I'm getting close to perimenopause, and with perimenopause, it's bad when it comes to lipedema. I don't know about lymphedema, but I'm sure that lymphedema complicates things as well. So I'm nervous. I'm just being real with you. I'm nervous and I'm worried, but I'm just going to keep on keeping on. So my plan for this week is to hold my calories where they are. Hopefully, now that I know what they are, I can be a little bit better about that. Normally, when I've done a reverse diet before, I'm much more careful. I plan in advance the calories for each day, and I plan in advance what I'm going to eat in the day. And admittedly, I have not been doing that this time. I'm just kind of eating, kind of guessing, and that's why maybe things are not as clear cut as they have been in the past. So if you want to see how I did it last time, I've added this to the playlist for my original reverse diet. You may want to go back and watch that one. Maybe I should. I can't. My life is way more complicated this year. So I'm doing the best that I can. And I'm just putting that out there because, I think people forget that I'm just a regular person. I'm just a mom trying to live my life and reminding myself to also share some of it with YouTube. And it's hard. It is not an easy task. It is not easy at all to remember to do. And, I appreciate your support in what I'm endeavoring to accomplish. And I definitely appreciate you just enjoying what I'm putting out there instead of trying to tell me what I should or shouldn't do or how I should or shouldn't feel. We're all entitled to our feelings. We're all entitled to experience life the way we want to experience it. And, you know, I am going to be going to a therapist for the first time this week, and maybe that will help a little bit because I have someone that is actually a professional that can help. But all in all, when I'm making these videos, I'm just hoping that somehow they're helpful to you guys so that you can see that even when you get to this point, it isn't easy. If you think that you're going to just like lose all the weight and then you're going to be happy, you are going to be disappointed. If you think that you're just going to lose all the weight and then always look beautiful for the rest of your life, you might be disappointed in that too, because it's a lot more work than you think to maintain weight loss. And it's hard. I'm not going to beat around the bush on that. Sometimes I miss being 350 pounds, 370 pounds, just calling Dave and having him bring me a whole entire box of donuts and having literally no guilt, just sitting there eating them all. Knowing now that I am gluten intolerant and that made me very, very ill, I laugh about it because I think I was literally killing myself every day. When you know better, you do better, right? But with more knowledge comes greater responsibility. And sometimes I miss those days of bliss of just eating everything and not caring what anyone thought about me or what I look like or what I even thought about me or what I look like. I just didn't care. And I sometimes miss those days of apathy, miss those days of ignorance. And it's hard. It's really hard to keep going. But here I am, still doing this thing. 5 years later, after starting my YouTube channel in 2017, still trying to inspire you guys with how things are going for me, still being real and sharing the ups and downs of how hard this is. And I wish that I had recorded videos at the very beginning so that you could have seen what a mess I was just emotionally, let alone I've come so far physically, but emotionally, mentally, I'm a whole different human. And I wish I could share that with you guys. I wish it could come across in the camera. Apparently it doesn't seem to be, based on so many people telling me, you look so good, you should be happy. Like, I am obviously not coming across as happy. Don't get me wrong, I am happy. But like I said, with happiness and with achieving goals, you know, you don't stay in one place forever. You always have something else that you want to work for. And things can still make you sad. And you can still have days where you just don't want to get out of bed and you would prefer to just eat a bunch of gummy worms all day. There's a lot of days like that for me. And I don't get to anymore. So there you go. There's my vulnerable moment for the day. I hope nobody was hurt with what I had to say or that it made anyone feel bad. I do take things personally. I'm just a regular person and I do take things personally. It's just who I am, and I'm not apologizing for who I am. I am who I am, and who I am makes me who you like to watch. So there we go. Alrighty guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully the next one will not be a 2-week video. I'm doing my best. Please have patience with me, and of course, I'll see you all again soon.